Hey everybody, happy Sunday. How's everybody doing today? I see a lot of you already in the chat, ready to go. Tina, hi. Carlene, Carol, welcome. Hey guys, hope everybody is doing well. Somebody please give me a sound check. Let me know if you can hear and see me. All things look good on my side. If you can just let me know, that would be awesome. Hey Jim. So I put a little poll up on the chat screen, just asking if you've started your Christmas cards. I guess I kind of have started my Christmas cards, right? Because I've been creating Christmas cards with you guys on Sundays, but have I officially? Thanks Tina. Thanks Jim. Yeah, I don't know if I've officially started my Christmas cards because a lot of my cards are just the top part. You know, I haven't figured out who I'm sending to, and that kind of thing. And of course, some of you guys in the chat will get a Christmas card from me, just because that's what we do. We exchange cards, right? So today, hey Debbie, Suzanne. Hey Suzanne, check your Backstage Pass. I got an email about that. I don't know if you got an email as well, but check it out. So today, we were going to make some clusters, but then I decided, you know, we need to actually make a card. You only see part of the poll. Oh, really? I don't know how to make it bigger. You guys will have to figure that out. So I decided we need to make a card because clusters are great and clusters are fun, but sometimes we need to have designs, right? So I have a new stamp set that I've been playing with, and I've been making clusters and different things, but I came up with a design to show you how to turn smaller stamps into backgrounds. So I'm going to show you my little trick that I do. So let me, Rhonda, hey there. Let me go ahead and see if I have any other announcements. The steampunk class kits are selling out. I think I've sold 6 or 7. I can't remember. And I think I have 13. Yeah, that might be it, Suzanne. So if you want a kit, don't hesitate. I might be able to, I gotta clean my glasses. I might be able to put together some more kits if I run out. But again, it just depends on timing because I have to order more supplies. So lots of people are signing up. If you want the kit, make sure you reserve it because once they're gone, sorry, something in my mouth. I guess I'm still eating my breakfast from this morning. Once they're gone, they're gone. So I guess that's too much information. Sorry, guys. So yeah, let's go ahead and transition down. I've been doing some prep work here in the studio, just because when you're working with dies, it's always a good idea. It's always a good idea to kind of do some prep work. And I'll show you how I kind of do my prep work. And then we'll kind of get into it. How does that sound? Hey, Melody, welcome. How are your eyes feeling, Melody, after your cataract surgery? Are you kind of back to normal now? Hoping so. All right, let me transition down. Overhead camera. Uh-oh. You're going to see my messy desk. Well, it is what it is. All right. We are in full craft mode in this office, so it's a little messy. That's okay. Mess is creativity as far as I'm concerned. Let me transition here. I think that's good. All right. This is the stamp set we're going to be playing with today. It is a new one in the shop. And I love it because it's one of those stamp sets that has, well, let me show you this. It has lots of like backgrounds and numbers. And I love working with numbers. Numbers are so fun. In fact, I kind of tore my craft room apart looking for a big number die that I knew I had, and I finally found it. Because numbers are so fun. You can do so many things with numbers. You can make tickets with these. You can create backgrounds, which is what we're gonna do. Maybe we'll make a few tickets as well. But love this one. This one has the dollar signs, and this would be really fun for like a Christmas shopping card. Maybe we need to do something like that. But yeah, that's what we're going to play with today. So hey Robin, if you don't have this set, it is in the shop. I'm not sure how many I have left, but if it's something you want, check it out. If not, don't check it out. All right. This is what I made for my prototype, and this is kind of what I'm going to show you how I make my background. This background was made with this stamp here, and as you can see, it's not really a background, right? But I'm going to show you how I turn it into a background. And this is that big number die I was talking about. Love, love, love this set. Don't ask me where I got it, because I don't remember. I didn't label it. I don't know why. But if you guys are interested in this, I can maybe get some for the shop. I can go see if I can get some from my wholesaler. But there are lots of big number dies out there. But I like this one because it has like that little round loop on the numbers. And I just love that look. And that's how this stamp is too. If you can look at the stamp here, it has that little loopity loop. And I like that. I don't know why. I mean, again, I'm very visual. So when I see something I like, I'm not sure why I like it. I just like it. So I like this set a lot. And I'm glad I found it. I knew I had a big number die set. And it's great, right? Because you can use it for 25 for Christmas, 14 for Valentine's Day. You can do it for birthdays. It's just a very, very versatile set. And I love it. All right. I also cut out some other dies here. And this is what I was saying about preparing. If I know I'm going to be using a die set, I like to cut them out and put them in a baggie with the die. That's what I did with this. Melody, you're interested? Okay, yeah. If anybody is interested in this, let me know so I know to order the right amount. And I will get it for you. That's not very expensive either, I don't think. But I'll let you know. I know Melody said you want one. So I'll put a pre-order out there. I just don't like to overstock, especially with something that people might already have. So yeah, we're going to do that. I cut out some of those numbers, like I said. And then I also cut out some holly. And this is an old Spellbinders stamp set. It's an older one. And then this die, you might recognize it from last year. This is in the shop as well. So I think that's all the dice I'm going to use. I might use this ticket one if we decide to make some tickets, if we end up with some extra time. So that's what we're going to do today, guys. So I think, hey Lourdes, I think I'm prepped. So let's go ahead and jump into it. All right. So for the stamp set, and we'll stamp a few here. Where to go? Where to go? All right. I did it with the numbers. Let's maybe do it with another one of the sets. And let's see. Oops. See, that's something I gotta be careful with. All right. Let's do it with this one. And hey Teresa, welcome. All right, so my pad is warped. I need to get a new one, I think, but I guess that's not something we need to talk about right now. So before I jump into that, I want to get out my antique linen. Let me see if I can find it. Ooh, antique linen, because when I made this one, I ended up adding some, I don't remember what color this was, but it was just a little too dark. and I wasn't completely crazy about it. I didn't hate it, but it wasn't my favorite. So I decided I was going to go with some antique linen, and I'm just going to kind of, I think I'm going to turn on the light. Ooh, it's better for me. I think I'm going to just kind of put some background to it because we're going to be tearing these. Got a little smudge, but I don't care about smudges. I like smudges. In fact, I hope I smudge it a little bit more. Gives it character. Alright. That's good, I think. Flip it upside down. Alright, I'll give it a try. Look at you guys with the suggestions. Let me see. It's like that though. Is that gonna be a problem? We'll give it a try. Alright. I'm game. So let's do this. And what color should I do this? I've been playing with black, but do I want to do black on this one? I'm just thinking. I think so. Alright, let's stick with the black. Black is always a safe bet when you don't know what you're going to be doing. Okay. So I'm going to stamp 4 of these. And then we're going to tear it. Kind of into tearing. Let's see. Get a little bit more darkness going on here. Okay. I think that's pretty good. And then I'm going to put this right here. Ooh, it's a little longer than I thought it was. That's alright. We may have to do another page. I'm going to do this because I need to leave room to tear. Hey Delina, I got your card the other day. I need to go grab it because I haven't opened it because I was going to open it live today. So remind me guys to share Delina's card. I don't like that glare. Can I do something about that? Let me see. Make him move over a little bit. When you guys are crafting, if you need room, do you just kind of shove things aside? It creates for a bigger mess, but oh well. Robin, you want the large set too? Alright, I need to write that down. So that's 2. I'll create a pre-order out there. And then I just don't want to over-order. Yeah, it really is a great die. I have number stamps. I don't have a lot of number dies. I just have the one, and that's the one I always go to. Alright, so there's that one. And then let's do this right here. I need 4 of these, so we're going to have to stamp another one. You're making... Okay, Robin, thank you. Yeah, I've been ordering lots of items for the steampunk kit, so my bank account's been taking a hit a little bit. But that's okay. With the kits, you know, there's a lot of money up front that I gotta put out, and then, you know, I get it back when you guys order the kits, but I don't get it back if I over order, and that's what I don't like to do, is over order. Sharon as well. Okay, yep. I know, Robin, you're keeping track for me, and then we'll hook up afterwards. All right. Okay. It's pretty good so far. That's pretty good. And then let's just see how much more I need. All right. So once you stamp it, what you're going to want to do is tear it. Okay. And we're making backgrounds with smaller stamps. So just try to get as tight as you can. I mean, you can leave some extra white. It's not a big deal. But just try not to be so close to the camera, Monica. Just get that jiggity tear that we like so much. All right, and then of course we're going to be using our walnut stain in just a moment. But let me just get these torn out. You're going to want 4 of these, ideally. Depending on your background, but I like to have it a little bit oversized, and then I die cut it. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. You're like, what you talking about, Monica? What do you mean you die cut it? Well, I'll be showing you guys. So just hold on to your craft mat. We're going to be putting together a background. All right. Yeah, when I went out looking for that big die number, there were dies out there just outrageous. And I'm like, you know what? I can get it for a lot cheaper. So, just don't have them in stock. But, yeah, some of the die sets out there were like $24 and $25. I'm like, yeah, no. I know I can get it a lot cheaper for you guys. So, I will. Alright, so there's 3. I think we need 4. So let me do one more here. Just bear with me, guys. This is the part that we don't like to do, right? It's like all the prep part. I know. Come on, just get to creating, Monica. I know. We have to do our prep, you guys. So I'm so sorry. But like anything, you know, even when you're cooking, you know, you have to cut all the stuff out, and you know, when you're gardening, you have to plant the seeds. You can't just go to the finished product. You have to do your prep work. And that's what we're doing right now, guys. We're doing our prep work. And I did not put my... Let's hope this doesn't smear. We're just doing the prep. And just put some of this background. Yeah, that's good. All right. Oh my goodness. All right. So again, numbers are fantastic to work with. And you could use them. Yeah, Robin, I agree. I don't know what it is, but I'm sorry, I refuse to spend $30 on a number die set. I won't do it. But what I was saying is numbers are great for cards because they're so versatile, and you can work them into any design. So I love working with numbers. I know Tim Holtz is the one that kind of got me into the whole number game. He's big on numbers, and the whole vintage design, theme, whatever you want to call it, always has numbers. So you can never go wrong with numbers. Steampunk designs have numbers. Even little cutesy designs have numbers. So I don't think you can ever go wrong using numbers. So if you ever have an opportunity to buy, you know, stamps that have number clusters or anything like that, I mean, they're great. You're always going to get your use. And I'm really about I'm really about buying things that you're gonna use. I have things here that I just don't use anymore. In fact, I'm thinking about kind of putting them in a big D-stash. I don't know. But I don't want to hang on to items I'm not going to play with. All right, guys. So, all right, so when you tear your paper, and this is why I love tearing, is it creates a really great edge for adding your inks. All right. So we're just adding our walnut stain, okay, for our background. Yeah, and I haven't really been impacted by the tariffs, you guys, because I don't order, well, number one, some of my stuff I don't get out of the country, but I don't order enough to have to worry about that. My orders are so small. I'm such a small shop, it doesn't really impact me. All right. So just adding my walnut stain. Okay. Walnut stain. There we go. Perfect. All right. Now that we've got our walnut stain, the next thing you're going to want to do is get your paper and you're going to want to, I need to grunge these up a little bit more, just a little bit, not a lot, just I just need to make it dirty. And I'm just working with antique linen, nothing major, just dirtying it up a little bit. All right. So what you want to do is with your 4 pieces is just cover your background, okay? So you want to you get as close as you can, and if you overlap, you should be okay, because remember we left some edging or some room, so you should be okay with the overlap. So that's how you're going to create your background, and then we're going to die cut it, and I'll show you what I mean here in a minute. So let's glue this down. All right. So there's one, right? And then we'll do the next one. Okay. Uncharted Mariner. You know, I don't have that one, Delina. I need to, well, one of the things we're not doing this year, we're going on that cruise. I think I told you guys we're doing that Mexico cruise with my son. So we're not exchanging gifts. But I am going to pick up a few things. So I've been thinking, with all of the class kits I've been putting together, I've been thinking about getting, and maybe you guys can tell me if any of you have this, one of those automatic die cutters. I was cutting out dies today for this demo, and was like, man, it would be nice if I had an automatic die cutter. See, and this needed to be a little bit larger. I'm surprised. All right, that's okay. So does anybody out there have one of those automatic die cutters? And if you do you like it? Do you love it? This needs to go up a little higher. Because I don't want to waste my money. It's not a cheap, an inexpensive purchase. I shouldn't say cheap. It's not an inexpensive purchase. but it's one I've been thinking about. Black Big Shot switch. And that one's automatic, Tina? That's one of those automated ones? I mean, I need a new Big Shot anyway, so I thought, well, maybe this is the time to get an automated one. It sits right on your desk. All right, I'll have to look into that, the switch. Okay, so now that I have these glued, I'm going to use my collage medium to just kind of solidify this. And what I like about the collage medium, especially when I've done the edges, is it will kind of smear. Well, I'll show you the ink on the edging. It just looks fantastic. It really does. It just looks so good. So, you know, you don't have to be overly generous, just enough to kind of grunge up those edges and kind of marry it, I guess is the word. If you were cooking, they would say you're going to marry these products, right? So, Delina, you have a Brother Scan and Cut. Yeah, I have that as well. But it's always a hit and miss with my Scan and Cut. I'm really thinking about, let's see, if you're looking for a new deck, go with the Anna Griffin Impress. All right, I've never heard of that. I'll have to look at that. Anna Griffin Express. All right, so that looks really great, actually. So I'm all dirty now. All right, so once you have your collage medium on, you're going to want to give it a minute to dry, right? But this it just really brings it together. It looks so good. So yummy. All right. Yeah, it looks really, really good. All right, so let's see. Just reading the comments. All right, so let's just give this a second to dry. And I'm surprised this isn't gluing down very well. Come on, Monica. Come on, Monica. Let's see. Let's just get this glued down. Okay. Alright, that looks pretty good. Pretty good. And I'm gonna run it through my Big Shot in a minute. Never use your Vagabond. You just have to look at, oh, Melody. Oh, lady, that's such a waste. But if it makes you happy, I guess I shouldn't say that. Alright. You don't want to run this through your Big Shot when it's wet because it will stick to the mat and tear your paper. So let me just let that dry a minute. Alright, so we're going to... Well, I'll get ahead of myself. So once you run this through the die machine, and we're going to do that in a minute, you're going to want to take some of your vintage tape. And we made this before, you guys. There's a video out there on how I made this if you don't have it. And you're going to want to just add some of your vintage tape. This is the Tim Holtz ones, but I make my own. I just happen to have some of his still. And just add it, you know, randomly. And I kind of like to do it before I run it through the Big Shot so you can get the jiggity when you run it through. So yeah, so do that. And let's see here. It's old. All right. I guess that's okay. Kind of like vintage, or like an antique, right, Melody? All right. So once you've got your tape, then you're good to run it through the machine. Let me run that really quickly through my machine. so I've ran it through my machine. Let me get another color of paper. Let's see. All right, we'll go with the true vintage with just brown and black here, guys. Okay, Carlene, we'll catch you next time. The die I'm cutting with is, oh my goodness, well, I'll show you. Again, I don't have it labeled. I'm not good at that. But it's the double stitch die that I'm using. I can't remember where I got it. But if you Google double stitched border die, I'm sure you'll be able to find it. Alright, so here is the background. Alright. And then we're going to get our walnut stain. Doesn't that look great though? And we're going to I'll have to check out that Empress, Delina. Alright, so let's put some walnut stain on the edges, of course, because that's kind of what I do. Yep, the double stitch die. Yeah, I got that a long time ago, and I really like it. See if you can see it. Hopefully, you guys can see that. Santa card. Yep, nice. Yes, yes. All right, so there is your background. God, it looks great, doesn't it? And I'm going to, you got to decide what, see, this doesn't pop enough, so I'm going to put black and then brown. That's how I'm going to do it. But I did do a double border. I just think it looked better. So let me cut this out. So I'm gonna start a bigger project for myself. There's no way I'm gonna finish it in one sitting. It's gonna take me probably all through December. I think it's gonna be a background, but would you guys be interested in seeing the process come together? Maybe I'll just pop on every once in a while when I'm doing something new on it. But it's not going to be you know, if I do pop on, it's not going to be something I create completely, because it's going to be a work in progress. But if you're interested, I can bring you on my journey. How's that? But it's definitely going to take me some time to do. All right, so let me cut this here. Now we're going to do a double border here. All right, so there, God, doesn't that look great, guys? And then we're going to do this again. So let's cut this 4 by 5.25, otherwise known as 5 1/4. All right, I think we got it. Okay, so now that I have my border, this is kind of how it's going to look. The super chat is not working. Okay. You up for the road trip? Yeah, I mean, it might be fun just to kind of check in with you when I'm putting this project together. So, yeah. just pop-ins, right, to show you exactly where I'm at with the project. I haven't fully figured it out completely yet. I'm still kind of in the thinking stage, but I'm starting to gather things that I want to use. All right. So there's the background, guys. What do you think of that? I think it's fantastic. So again, working with smaller stamps, if you want to create a full background, this is how you would, this is how I do it. I don't know, you might do it a different way. All right, so I'm going to use, got some dies here. I'm going to use the 25 for sure. So here's my 25 for Christmas. In case you don't know, Christmas is on December 25th. And we're going to pop that. So I'm just kind of figuring out the lay of the land right now. I used the pine cone die on this particular one. This one is in the shop, guys, if you're interested. But let's try the poinsettia. You like the background? Thanks, Carlene. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people think about using multiple smaller dies for backgrounds, and it really is. It really is an easy make. All right, so this poinsettia die, you guys, I don't know where I got this. I didn't have it labeled. Some of these, and I've never used it. I think it might be a. I think. Just reading the comments here. Let me see here. I'm going to click that. Make your message stand out. Send a super chat. Oh, my super chat is working. I don't know if you guys can see that. Huh. Buy and send. I just clicked on, I'm doing what you guys just said. But yeah, the super chat was working for me. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm just adding the walnut stain. And let's see. Just adding a little bit of walnut stain. This die set, again, it's a poinsettia die set. There's lots of them out there, you guys. I'm using my stash, so I don't necessarily know where this is. But again, you can use any larger die. Like I said, I pulled out 3 of them here. I have the pine cone, I had another holly one, and then I had this poinsettia. So you can get away with using any. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that, Delina. But yeah, so you can use any larger, die. All right, so let's see here. And then sometimes I just will fold them a little bit just to give them a little bit of depth. And we'll just bend this just a little bit, right? Just to give it a little bit of depth. Okay, so now that I've got my walnut stain, oh Lourdes, I swear Lourdes, you're gonna, you always spoil me. Oh my gosh. Did you ever get that junk pack that I sent you? I just put all sorts of little bits and bobs in there for you. And I make those junk packs when I'm cleaning out my desk. But yeah, I like it because it's a really, really nice variety of stuff. Alright, so we're going to just build upon this here. Let's see. Yeah, Lourdes always takes care of me. Alright, so that will go there. And then we're going to kind of bend these a minute. We're going to curl the leaves. You're going to use it in your Christmas cards? That's awesome. Yeah, there was a lot of really cool stuff that I added. I just kept adding to it. So, yeah, when I was putting it together, I was going to originally list it in the shop, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to send it to my pal Lourdes. Alright, you guys. So, once you've got your layers, I mean, of course, you're going to want to let it dry, right? The way you're going to kind of give it some depth is just bend your leaves. Alright. And, you know, you can go both ways to give it some depth. Okay. Alright. There we go. Delina, I know you're probably done with your Christmas cards, right? You work so ahead. Okay. Just giving my leaves give the leaves some depth, but be careful, these are delicate. Alright, that's pretty good, I think. Yeah. Alright, I think that'll work. So, we're going to, let me just, again, just play with it, you guys. I'm just kind of messing with it now. But just give it some depth. If you have one of these tools, these are really great to help, you know, bring it up a bit. It's not a race. Just play with it till you get it the way that you like it. Alright, something like that. Okay, so then you can just figure out where you want to put this. Now, when you've made this, when you made this background, you're going to see some of the tears and stuff. Personally, I like that, but if it bothers you, you can always position, you know, you can always position your dies where, you know, where you can cover some of that. I like that, but again, you do what makes you happy. Alright, so something like that. Let me see if I have some beads or something I can put in the middle. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, look what I found, you guys. Just digging in my drawers. Monica, you're done with your special diet? Yes, it was. Thanks for asking. It was for a week. I think I ended up losing like 6 pounds. It was hard. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm gonna try to do like a modified version because you don't get enough. You don't hardly get any calories because it's mostly a cabbage vegetable soup. That's your main item you eat, and it's filling, but after a while you're like, all right, I'm kind of done with this. So I think I'm going to try to modify it. I was really missing my protein, so I'm trying to shed a few pounds before the before the cruise, because I have a feeling I'm going to be eating a lot on that cruise. So it'd be nice to shed a few pounds before we head out. And hopefully the airports will be back to normal by the time we have to fly out. All right, let's see if we can figure this out here. All right, so let's add the glue to this. Bring that a little bit down. I tend to always go off camera, don't I? And then we're going to just hold this down a minute here. Alright. Okay, that looks pretty good, right? And then I'm going to just add some glue here, because we're going to add some of these little sprinkles. Okay. So let's just add some of these here. And you can I don't know where I got these, you guys. I just was digging in my drawers and there they were. You might want to adjust this just to get in the middle a little bit. And then they won't all dry, but then you can just, move what you don't want. It's kind of a lot. Monica, that's kind of a lot. That's alright though. Let me just... I don't know. That's alright, right guys? That's okay. What do you guys think? Is that too many? Is that too many beads, or do you think that's alright? Alright. Let's see. Alright, now I want to add some of my snow. How am I going to do this? Carlin, you think it looks perfect? Alright, not too much? Alright, so let's make sure this is a little bit wet. We're going to try to add some snow here on the leaves. I'm adding the collage medium just so the snow will stick. Okay, and this will dry clear. Let's just dab it. Let's try that. Why not, right? And then the snow will go wherever it goes. Alright. Okay, this is that glitter duster that I've shared with you guys before. It's like magic. So just making sure I get it where I put some of that glue. And then we'll just do it around the card. It's very glittery. It's very glittery. Alright. But I like it. Let's see. Can you guys kind of see that glitter? Kind of neat, huh? Alright. Now we can put our 25. Delina! Delina! Wow, Delina. Okay, you just bought me my my new die cutting machine. Oh my gosh, Delina. I almost fell out of my chair. That is so nice of you guys. Wow. You guys really like me. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. You guys are too kind. Alright. Oh my goodness. Serious, you just bought me my new die cut machine. Oh, Delina, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. Alright, so we're going to double this up. And let's see, I have some already cut. And let's see here. We'll do another 2-5. Some people will layer these before they glue them down, but I found it's just as easy just to layer it up as you go. So that's what I've been doing on my cards. All right, so let's see. We'll just do this one here. I think we'll only do 2. I think 2 will be sufficient. I should add a little bit more snow on that, huh? Should we add snow on the 2 and the 5? Okay, let's see. And what's cool about this technique, guys, is this background stamp is not even Christmas. Oh, Delina, you're so nice. Thank you. Yeah, I try not to gouge you guys. I want to be able to give you guys just creativity. Just share creativity. You know, I try to make my kids real reasonable. And I mean, you guys know this isn't my full-time job. This is more of a hanging out with friends kind of a thing. But I try to give you guys Tim Holtz thick glitter. Maybe I have everything Tim Holtz, so I'm sure I do. All right, we'll have to pull that out. I just added some more glitter to the 25, but that's pretty much it. Teresa, yeah, I'm going to get some for the shop. Robin, can you add Teresa to the list for the numbers? I'm going to, I don't have them in the shop yet, but I did look to see that I can get those for the shop. I just didn't want to over order because a lot of people already have number dies and I don't want to be stuck with overstock. I don't have the budget to do that. All right, so there's the one idea. What do you guys think of this? I think it came out fantastic. We're gonna still do one more. What time do we have? Do we have time to do a little bit more, guys? Yeah, not quite an hour. So that was basically my idea for the background, for those stamps, is you can stamp them 4 times, and let's just kind of repeat this and then we'll make some tickets. You can stamp them 4 times, right? And you've got 4 different stamps here. And then what you do is you tear them, right? You just tear them and then you add your walnut stain. And then you find some sort of a big die, right? Like I used the poinsettia on this one. Here I used the pine cones. But you can use any, any big die. And then I added the 25. So not a lot of work. The biggest amount of work that it took was cutting the dies, you guys. But if you prepare, right? If you cut the dies ahead of time, kind of like what I did, put them in a little baggie, kind of like what I do. I cut and then I put them in there, and then they're ready to go when you are. So I can make a couple more because I have, the dies already cut. And then you can make fun cards. So yeah, that was my idea. I also want to show you what else you can do with these dies. So if you're still up for it, let's make some tickets. And I'm gonna do it. The card, Delina, yeah, let me go grab that before I forget it. Hold on a second. right, guys. Thanks for reminding me, Delina. Yeah. Yeah, definitely, Robin. You can do any type of card. That's why I like numbers. Numbers are great for holidays, birthdays. I mean, you can't go wrong. So yeah, let me share with you the card that Delina sent me. And then we will make the tickets. All right. So you're seeing it for the first time like I'm seeing it. And it's a thick one. All right. Happy Thanksgiving. Oh, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Okay, first of all, I love this, Delina. Look at that pie. I don't know if you can see all the texture behind this, but gosh, that looks like a lot of work. But there's lots of texture on this pie. It's fantastic. How fun. And then gratitude changes what we have. Gratitude changes what we have into enough. Oh, it's so nice. Look inside. Look inside. Am I looking inside? What am I doing here? Wait a minute. I'm confused. Oh, look inside here, I think. Yeah, okay. May the bounty of the season fill your heart and home. I like that. And then give thanks. Oh, I don't give very many Thanksgiving cards, but I love the accordion card. And I really like how the inside is a lot smaller. A lot of times when you see, I know the pie is great. When you see accordions, a lot of times they're the same size as the outside. But love this. Love this. And this is going to sit really nice on my desk. I do, you guys. Where I work, my work computer is next to my crafting computer, and the cards that you guys send me, I have them right on my desk here. They just sit in, so I can enjoy them. They're awesome. Remind me that I'd rather be crafting than working. So, Delina, thank you. Yeah, it really is a great card. I love that pie. All right. Yeah, I didn't want to forget to share that. So, let me set these aside. We're going to let's just make 4 tickets. I've got 4 stamps. Let's make 4 tickets. I pulled out some cardstock here because I wanted to do it with colored cardstock. All right. I've got this glitter stuck here. Yes. So one of the things I've been thinking about for New Year's, pull the tabs. You know, I thought I didn't want to tear it though. Pull the 2 tabs that say, okay. I didn't want to. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, guys. Oh, look at that. Thankful for friends like you. There we go. Oh my gosh. Yes, I missed it. Duh, look at. Okay, so this. Is that right? Am I doing that right? I think that's right. I don't want to tear it. Left to right. Left. I think that's right. I don't want to tear it. Okay. It will open further. Now you got me going here. Look inside. I think oh. a minute. So I got a little note on the back side. Okay. I think that's right. Up and down to open the part you found. Oh! Alright, I'm going to play with this off camera and figure it out. That's so cool. Separate the, okay, I'm going to come back to it. Well, see, I'm lying. Separate the tabs. Oh, I see. I see. This, I think this comes out. No. I'm confused. I'll have to play with this. Alright. Yes, there's a little note in the back. Hold on. And yeah, see, there's a little note in here that says, oh, there we go, there we go. See, this comes through. Hold on, hold on. I see it. I see the stamp in here. Oh, there we go, there we go. I have it. Yeah, there's a little message in here. All right, I'm going to have to do that off camera, but I did see that little message in there. But yeah, very cute, very cute. All right, let me make a couple of tickets here. So, let's see. All of these are great for tickets. Let's just do this one first. And we'll do it in black. Yeah, I saw the little message in there when you said that. So, and I just didn't want to tear it. I would feel terrible if I tore it. So I'm gonna have to jiggy with it. All right. So just stamp your stamp. I'm so excited about being able to get my die cutting machine, and Black Friday's coming. So what is the name of that Elizabeth something you guys were saying for the die cut machine? I have to go look for that. It's a mystery card. Yeah, I'll get it, Delina. That's so cute. All right, so there's the first ticket. We'll put that aside a second, and then we'll pull out, we'll just put these stamps aside. We'll put them away when we're done. Here is the second ticket, right? So that's going to be interesting because it's a little bit oversized. Let me get a bigger piece of paper. Okay, and let's stamp this down. Okay. And let's see here. This mat is kind of wonky. That's why my stamp is a little wonky. It's warped a little bit, so I'm gonna have to, and I just moved this. I'm gonna have to do something. Anna Griffin Impress Machine. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something about this mat because it's a little bit wonky. Okay. Let's do this. my mat is warped. I'm gonna have to do something about that. So there's two. A great stamp. Isn't that fantastic? Okay, so there's two, and then let's do this one. Maybe we'll only do 3 of them. Okay, Jim, thank you for that. Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at it as soon as we're done here. Appreciate you guys. And then that way, when I put your kits together, I can add more of my dies that I have into the kits. The last kit I had a lot of dies, and oh my goodness, it took me a while to put your kits together. Okay. My mat's very warped. Oof. That would have been a mess. Alright, well that'll be good enough for right now. Alright, so I've got this stamped. We're going to do some tickets really quick here. Just to give you another idea on this stamp set. I'm going to put this aside. And get out my sidekick. Do you guys have a sidekick? I really like it, especially when I'm sitting watching like a Tim Holtz video or something, and I can just sit here and cut dies. Okay, so we've got the stamp. Let's see what's going to fit. See, that one's too big. That's actually just right. And I don't even think I'm going to need to tape it. We can just be careful. So my husband and I, Friday night, we watched the Titanic, which probably isn't a great movie to watch before you're going on a cruise, right? But we just had an inkling to watch it. We've been listening to a podcast about the Titanic, and then we're like, we should watch the movie. But yeah, so there, look how fun that is. Look at how cute. So there's one. Of course, we got to add our walnut stain. And then you can use this as a background or something. Alright, so there's one. Let's do this red one. Let's see. Every night in my dreams, I see you. I miss you. That is how I know you'll go on. Alright. Sorry for the singing, guys. I was just thinking about the Titanic. Alright. Okay, so there's the second one. And see, I lined it up exactly to get that number right there. Alright. See how fun? And then these can be used for clusters or whatever you want. And then I have one more. Let's see. Let's do this one here. Okay. saw her at a concert. Yeah, she doesn't do concerts anymore, does she, Carlene? Alright, let's, now this one, oh, this doesn't even go to this. This is, this is my postage stamp. I want to see, gosh, so there's a couple ways you can go with this. Look, you can, okay, let me show you here. So, if you didn't want to use the whole stamp set, you can just do the number 3405, right? You can do the middle part, or you can do the bottom part. I mean, there's a lot of ways you can go with these stamps. I mean, that's fantastic. Look at that. I wonder if I can get 2 out of here. I could definitely get, let's try that. Alright, so number 3405. Let's try that first. Has it been that long since that movie came out? Holy cow. Wow. Wowee. Okay, so there's one. Look how perfect that is, guys. And then we can do another one. Let's see. Let's do this one. Alright, okay. Alright, so, yeah, this one moved on me a little bit, but you guys get the idea, right? I mean, certainly when you're doing it, you'll take more care. But I just wanted to show you that this die set is really great for tickets as well. So, you know, you don't necessarily just have to do backgrounds, but it's really versatile. I know I'm gonna get lots of use out of it, especially if you like making clusters. These smaller stamp sets are really great for clusters. So I'm sure that this this stamp set will be making more appearances in the future. I don't typically add stamps to my shop that I don't use over and over again. What dies am I using? I'm using the Tim Holtz Sussex ticket die. It's an old one. So yeah, this is the die set I'm using to cut out the tickets, and it's a good one. Yeah, it's a really good one. And then, you know, when you're done with your die cuts, of course you got to add your, you know, your walnut stain and whatnot. But yeah, these make really great backgrounds for your clusters. And you can just sit down one afternoon, you know, and cut out lots of these different colors, and then just make clusters out of them. Yeah. I kind of feel like making a cluster right now, but I know we gotta go. I know we've got to go. So I won't keep you guys, but I might keep playing. All right, you guys. I think that's it for now. I gotta clean my desk. It's a mess. So I hope you had fun today. You guys are always so generous and kind. I appreciate you all so much. I'm glad that you enjoy hanging out with me as much as I like hanging out with you. And I will put, be watching for those of you that want to order the die sets. I'll put the pre-order out there. And then you guys can order, so I'll know how many I need. You don't have to go. You're all set now? Alright, well, I think I need to get going and figure out what my laundry is doing and what's for dinner. So, I hope you guys had fun today. I know I did. I always love working with numbers because there's so many things you can do. If you haven't started your Christmas cards, you better start. Alright, guys, yeah, please give me a thumbs up. I appreciate that. Jim, thank you for the email. The I'm going to check it out. And yep, you're welcome, Sharon. I'm glad that I do inspire you guys, and you hopefully will use some of my ideas in your makes. All right, everybody. Bye. Thank you.